Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to be doing another KillerCoda lab. KillerCoda.com is a free website um, where you can practice labs for the CKA, CKS, and CKAD. It is completely free, but if you want to have like more time whenever you are doing the labs, you can go for the plus. You can pay for it, and it will give you up to 4 hours. But for other labs, they give you 60 minutes, which in my case, I think is plenty enough, right? All right, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to be scheduling pod affinity. Okay, so there is a pod YAML provided at the root hobby.yaml. The path should be preferred. Look how it's in bold. To be only scheduled on nodes where pods with level restricted are running. For the topology, for the topology key, use Kubernetes host name. So we got to remember to do this. And actually, a trick that I learned is whenever I see something that I don't know, I just copy it and I just go into the documentation and I just search for that one, right? And sometimes there we go. See, there's one right here already. Require. We want it preferred though, but now we know where it needs to be, right? It needs to be right there. So preferred during scheduling, ignore during execution. So this is something that we want over here. So, but this one is pod affinity term. I don't think we need that. Let's go ahead and just search for affinity. I can just open this, duplicate it, so I can leave that here so I know where it goes in the indentation wise. This one's going to take me to the same one, which is good. All right, so yeah, it's going to be a node selector, right? A node. Yeah, we're going to schedule on nodes where pods will label restricted. And which one is that? Let's do a get nodes, node 0, just nodes, and then do like show labels. See which one has it. Is it the control plane? Doesn't look like it has it. Then it has to be better. Restrict level. So where's the level? I don't see anything with level here. Level, so pods with label. So schedule on nodes where pods with label restricted are running. Oh, where pods with label restricted are running. So this one, so this one needs to be okay. So what they're trying to say, that's why you got to read it a couple of times. So what they're saying is that whatever the pods that have this level restricted. So if there are any pods that have this label, right? That's where I want to put it. So if a pod that has this label on node 01, right? Then I want this one to go into the same node, right? So if we go, let's go ahead and say instead of node, we can do like pod, and then we can do like show labels. Okay, so we see the restricted here. Label is restricted. So this one is called restricted, right? So if we do wide, let's see what this one is. So this one is running on node 01. So therefore, this one, that's where we want to put this pod in node 01, because this pod has the label of level restricted, right? And I'm going to create a pod affinity. Yeah, pod affinity is what I need. So instead of node affinity here, it needs to be pod affinity. Pod affinity. There we go. And pod affinity and we want to have a preferred during scheduling, but we can always change that. Warpath Affinity. Label selector. Is there any other? Let's see, Path Affinity. All right, well, let's take a look at the YAML file that we get. Vim hobby.yaml. So there's basically nothing here. So what we want to do is Path Affinity. Is there any other documentation on Path Affinity? Probably not. But we can go ahead and just copy this. This is the one that we're going to use. Affinity. And they should be good. So labels match the expression. And for this one, needs to be level in the value restricted. And remember that they want us to do this topology key. The topology key needs to be the host name, right? So for this one, we need to have it. What is it? Topology key. There we go. Copy this whole thing. Topology key. There we go. And this one needs to be host name. All right. So restricted, label, require. They want a preferred. So we want to see a preferred instead of required. So this is the one that we want in here. There we go. So we can go ahead and delete this bad boy from here. So I think this one should work. Path Affinity. Let's see. WK. So let's see. K create hobby.yaml. So on non-fill Path Affinity, prefer during scheduling, ignore during execution. Label selector on non-fill Path Affinity, prefer during scheduling, ignore during label selector, I mean. So there's an error here. So we have the path selector. I think we also need to do we need to, after preferred, let's take a look at this. Preferred during scheduling. Right, we want to prefer during scheduling, ignore during execution. I think we also need to have the path affinity term in here. Let's see, path affinity term. I think it's called path affinity term. There we go. So it's only being used once. So prefer, because I think when you prefer during scheduling, you have to have the path affinity term, which I can just copy the whole thing like that, so it can be automatically put in the place that I want it to be, right? It gets indentation. So lab selector. Okay, so the says with the E. So I believe then this guy will need to be like that. I think this is how. Maybe this needs to be indent everything here. Besides this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, create. So there's an error. Pod cannot be handled as pod or marshal object. Go instruct. Okay, so we have pod affinity term. Let's also go ahead and add the so that the weight is in here for this one. Maybe we also have that. All right, let's see now. Weight, pod, label. This label selector should not have this. Okay, let's see. And this one should be at the D. Yep. And then B. Good. And then the rest is key, which is match. Then operator, values, then restricted. Let's see what we have now. Okay, create. We still get another issue. Cannot be handled. Let's see. So we have the affinity over here indented. We have the pod affinity. Looks good. Then we have the preferred during scheduling, ignore during execution. I just added the weight. It goes to 100. Pod affinity term in here. We have the label selector. Then the match expressions. Then we have the key, label, operator, in values, restricted, and the topology. This guy needs to be indented with label like that. Hey, what are you saying now? Okay, get pod. Okay, get pod 0 wide. Wide. There we go. Looks like it's good. Looks like it's running. I guess they have solutions and tips here. I forgot. So look for the interpod affinity and anti-affinity. Show labels. Preferred during scheduling. We need to implement a solution using preferred during scheduling. Of course, I got that. And then it gives you everything right here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah, guys, this is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you guys enjoy this video, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Share this on LinkedIn. Share it everywhere, guys. Yeah, just subscribe to my channel. It is free. The likes are also free. Thumbs up are free. The comments are also free. I love when people comment on my videos because I usually reply. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.